So this is my first time meeting you, Ajahn.
My name is Kai. You can call me Kai, okay? And I'm afraid we have a lot of things to do. Have you read what is the city?
Yes, Ajahn, I scrolled through it.
Okay, that's great. So we like to have some kind of games during the class, and if you have read it, it would be great. Okay, now we have more participants, but we are still waiting. And what time is it in the Philippines?
It's currently 3 p.m. We are an hour advanced compared to Thailand time.
I see. So not too bad, isn't it? 3 to 6, right? Hello, yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Ajahn. Hi, Ajahn. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah, is in Myanmar, and now you are.
I'm in Chiang Mai.
What time?
I'm sorry, I am in Chiang Mai now.
Really?
Yes.
That's great. So where do you stay?
Currently, I'm living in the township called Chong Chet, or Chong Chet. I wish Chong Chet. Yeah, it's really hard for me to pronounce. Yeah.
It's in the old city wall, right?
It is not in the old city, but it is the northern side of the old city.
I see. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, the Santi Dam. Yeah, they call it another name. Is Santi Dam.
Santi Tham.
Yes.
I see. Not so far from the university.
Yes,
so have you been to the university often nowadays?
Now I am in the SVP building.
I see. That's great.
Along with my two colleagues.
I see. In this class?
Yes.
Oh, who are they? Please tell me. Okay. Sapio. Sure. What should I call you? Sapio?
Yes, please call me as Sapio.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also at SPP building.
Okay, that's great. So actually we can walk along, right? If we want to. So at least 3 of you. Sapio, and then hi. Yamin?
Hello. Yeah, Yamin.
Okay. I need to apologize because I haven't seen you very often, and I haven't pronounced your name. So I need to look in the note and then try to relate the note with your face. Okay. That's great. Hello, Eugene from Zambia, right?
Yes.
That's great. Have you read what is a city? Is it difficult?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what about the others? And Clyde, you said you scroll down. Do you find anything interesting in there?
Yeah, it was very interesting actually. I found it very substantial because I don't have that much knowledge about urban management and the key concept concerning the notion of a city.
Right. For me, I have to also tell you that at the last part of the article is quite new to me as well, because actually I teach some kind of this a long time ago about city and the definition of the city, and I look into my own notes and then I compare. So I think I learned something as well. So I like that because I told my colleague, oh, this is great because when you teach, you need to brush up yourself, and that's helped me a lot. I need to say hello to everybody in for me to pronounce the name. We still have time. I think we'll try to use these 5 to 10 minutes at the beginning to adjust and then locate ourselves in the class, right? And zip ZP. What should I call you?
Yeah, it's correct, ZP.
Really?
Yes.
So your Sun Pin?
Yes.
How can I pronounce your name?
Yeah, you can call ZP.
ZP.
Yes.
Okay. Is this your first time here? Have we met before?
Oh, actually, I received your lecture last week.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And Rennie, where are you? Where are you from?
You call me Ajam?
Yes.
Yeah. My name is Shi, and just you can call me Ri.
Ri.
I came from Myanmar and currently in Chiang Mai.
Oh, now we have quite a number in Chiang Mai, 4 all together, right?
Yes.
That's great. So do you stay close together?
Actually, no. I'm just living near Central Festival, and in the next month, I have to move near the department.
Oh, really? You're going to move to other department?
Yeah.
So what is it? Can you tell?
Pardon, Ajahn?
You said you are moving to another department, which I
Yes.
think, what department?
I'm not choosing yet, but I'm still looking for it.
Oh, I see. You don't like public policy.
Yeah, actually, I am interested in studying public policy.
Oh, and why? Can you tell us why you want to move to other department?
Oh, sorry. I mean apartment, not department.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Sorry. I feel so sorry that we will lose one of our members. Okay. Okay. Apartment. That's fine. Why don't you stay close to the university? Don't you think it's an advantage?
No. Actually, I'm living in near Central Festival by the help of my friend who is helping me for my living situations in China. And that's why I live in near.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing your your time, your story. And I still haven't talked to Shiria and Ye. Have you? Ye, I think she's.
Good afternoon, Ajahn.
Afternoon.
I'm Cheria. You can call me Cheria. I'm from Myanmar. Now
Okay.
I'm currently living in Bangkok. So I will be moving to Chiang Mai on 31st July. Yeah.
July. Okay. Oh, very, very soon. That's great. I can see your name. Where's your name?
Chucho, you can, family's name is Chucho, but it's really difficult to pronounce. So just call me Cheria.
What's your number?
The very first number.
Really?
Yeah.
801 is your number, right?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Okay. And Jonathan emailed me that he needs to do something about the visa, so he cannot be here. And hello. Can I call you Lim?
Hello, Ajay. Nice to meet you. You can call me Lee or Jolene as you like.
But I saw from your name, Colin, isn't it?
It is Jola in my language. We call Jola.
Jola.
And in Burmese, we call Jolie.
Jolie. It's a very nice
Yes.
name. I try to remember, but maybe I have some problems, so please apologize me. And okay, very nice to meet you. Now we
Nice to meet
have at least, I think 13, right? Because Eugene has two device here. I think it's okay. Thank you very much indeed. And today, I hope that you have already read something. I'd like to share the slide to start our class. And it's 10 minutes past. I need to make full screen first. Okay. Oops. Failed to start. Please try again. Something happened. So wait, I need to. Oh. I need to stop share first. You know, when I like to do something like this, there's always a problem. It is me. A slideshow. And then I share it later, right? What should I do? Well, I think I need to share without play slideshow to solve the problem at the moment. Okay. This is last time, and I hope you have read my second email last week. And this is what we said last time, that I asked you to read the article from the UN Habitat, which said what is a city, and I think it's give a very good definition of the city. And as I told you at the last part, it's quite new to me too. So I learned a lot from that article. And then I asked you to come back with a picture of or plan of your city by one of the definition you read from the article. Can you raise your hand? How many of you that have this plan? We will share together during the class. Can you respond by raising hand? Is it fine? Okay. Thank you, Clyde. Cheeria. That's great. Okay. So, and I also asked you to, I think most of you have the plan with you. Thank you very much indeed. So we can share. That's great. And I have also asked you to download the Miro.com. Does anybody have a problem? And I think I need to share I need to share my board to you. And and ask you to post your photo on that board, and then we can share together. We'll see how it works. Okay, this is quite new to me too. I like to learn how to use this program to make you, you know, an active student. Okay, and then I asked you last time to come with words for cities that you can read from the article, and then ask you to download the program Kahoot again. And this time, do you have problems with the Kahoot? I think E told me that she has a problem. Can you can you solve the problem, E? Is it okay for you? Eugene, do you have Kahoot with you now? No.
No, if I need to have to open my Gmail, but I opened it before.
No, Kahoot is a program. You need to download it, and then try to register with your name, and then we can play game. I can show you. I think it's fun, If it's possible, I'd like you to play this game with me. So what about the others? Clyde, do you have Kahoot?
Yes, Ajahn, I already have it.
Okay. And how many of you don't have it? You, Eugene, you don't have it, and Ray?
I have some experience with Kahoot.
Okay, that's great. E, can you solve the problem? Do you have Kahoot at the moment?
Again, you calling me?
So E and Ye, right?
Yeah, this is yeah.
Yeah, and E.
I have I already downloaded Kahoot, and also
Okay.
I got this the pictures of the city as you
That's great. That's great.
as you guided. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I asked E.
Sorry, sorry.
I did in the computer and already login.
Okay, that's great. So I think we can play. Now I think we have tools. Sherry, don't download the app, Achan. I just sign up for the site. I see, but I think you can also play via the internet. You don't have to download the program, I think. So we will see. We will see. And okay. And the plan for today. So I like to start with how many words to find representing a city from the reading that you read, and then I will put it in my computer to see how many of us have the same words. And then I'm not sure that we go through the city definitions before, or we show our photos before, and then we play the game. So these 4 activities are the plan for this class. Because now we are in the 21st century learning environment, and last 7 years when I came to Chiang Mai University, I was a new Achan in Chiang Mai University, and then I've been to many upskill for the Achan. So they said the 21st century learning has changed. Now we are not the one who deliver the data at all, because the data are so many around us, and the students can find a lot of data themselves. So now the classroom will be changed into something else, not lecture and then passive learner as before. So students should be involved in the learning process more, and they should be like active learners. So this is my philosophy. I try for everyone to involve in the process. Thank you very much. Now, as you see, I put like words for a city, and there are a lot of like ABCD. I haven't put anything here. I like to ask you to tell me or put it in the chat, whatever you like. I think when you pronounce it, it's much easier for me to just type it in. Who want Sharia or ZP? Would you like to start? Do you have some words that representing a city from your reading or from somewhere else?
We read in the chat box again.
Sorry?
We did in the chat box. We sent the message.
Oh, oh, a lot. Right. Oh, I just like words, you know, not sentence, like that kind of definition.
Conurbation.
Right.
Hi.
Metropolitan.
Yeah, hi, Agent. I would pick up the population.
Okay. I put conurbation here.
Public space.
That's public space. Is it the one that we call city? Yeah.
Sorry, I thought yeah. I mean the characteristic of characteristic of city.
Right.
It should be. I mean the public space. I mean should be included. You know, in the city. Sorry.
What else that you find?
Administrative function.
Really? Is it the character or the name or the word that we call this is the administrative function or center? I think it can be administrative center, right?
Again, not from the article, from others things I have read is a how about BURG badge.
Sorry.
Badge. BURG badge. It is also known as a city called city.
Really? B-U-R-T. B-U-R-T. Bird. Or B-U-R-G-E. H. This one, right? Bruh. Is it? I write it here. Can you see?
Yes, BURG.
B-U-R-G. No H.
No H. No H.
Okay. Edinburgh. What? How can we spell Edinburgh? I think it's with H. I'm not sure. Okay, that's great. What else? Urban space, not really. Population density, metropolitan. We also, we have metropolis. I haven't put your name as I planned. Actually, I like to put your name under the words, you know. Economic center, I agree. Okay. Urban area. I found something that you haven't mentioned yet. Urban area. And then diverse, no. Population size, no. Megapolis, okay. Sorry, I can put your name in. Maybe it's too slow. Urbanized, open space, civic center. Can be this one. I think it should be a noun, and it's not like the characteristic of the city, but it's the name itself. Civic Center, Metropolitan. I think we have already. When it's an outstandingly large, overcrowded city. I think many of you have got the idea. What's the name? What the other name of the city? But I like to share with you from the reading. You know, I just have this one. I like to put it here. They call it phenomenon. Did you find it at the very beginning of the of the article? And I found this too very interesting. Productive system. Can I put it right here? Maybe I can. I can put it red. But I need to put this away. Here. These two words. I wonder why you didn't see it. But the others, I think that's fine. There are more of these like towns, right? And a lot more. Okay, thank you very much. At least we start to warm, you know, to warm ourselves with the words for the city. And I will put it here. So it's in my slide. Do you want to put your name under your word? Would you like to? I can, but you need to tell me because it will take too much time for me to read. Who's put collaboration?
Me.
EE. That's great. Okay. Who else? We can put many names in one word. Berg, also EE, right?
Yes.
Okay. Who else?
I think Clyde put the metropolitan.
Okay. This one?
Yes.
Lyde. Okay. Metropolitan? Who?
Safio.
Tapio. Oops. It's my program. Okay, Sapio. SAPY.
PH.
PHY.
Yes, Y O.
Oh, okay. Sapio, okay. An urban area?
Eugene.
From who? Eugene, okay. Oh. Oh, sorry. Eugene, EU, right? EUGINE, okay. And this is my name. Okay. We still have something left, you know. We have the letter left with no words. Okay. And megalopolis.
I did that again.
Clyde, okay. So civic center.
I also did. I think also the economic center.
Oh, a lot of Clyde. What about the others? Why you don't have your name here? Maybe you put the function of the city instead of the word, right? Okay, thank you very much. We still have here. We maybe Ajahn Poo have forgotten to record. I think he's in another meeting, but he's kindly start the Zoom for us. Maybe he forgot to record. I think we haven't seen anything said.
I think meeting is already recorded.
Really? Okay, that's
Yeah.
great. Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Huh?
Now we are moving to another activity. I am thinking of playing games before anything because it will, and if we have time later on, if we talk about the content and then we come back again, you will understand it very well. Do you agree, or you want to show your photograph first? What do you think? Because the game will ask you about your understanding about the article, mainly focus in the article, nothing from outside that article. You think it's good to make like pre-test for everybody right now? Eugene?
Fine.
Okay?
Yes, fine. Okay.
Okay. Then I'd like to share another. I have to stop share this one. And then we will share another one. I need to go to this one and then start. And you will be asked to put the, okay, now it comes. Oops. So, can you see this one?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Could you put your name as your number and then your nickname? Number and nickname. And if you join the app and you put this, you can play with me. 406-3854. Please put your number too, please. And rename with your number and your nickname. Can you? Who is speaking?
Yes.
Could you put, so I don't know who are you. If you put only your nickname here, could you put your number and then your nickname? Your real nickname will be great. Clyde, can you change your name, please? Oh. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who else want to join but cannot join? Vicky, Shu, Clive.
I can't join yet. I don't know how to join.
Vicky. But you are here, right? I think you are waiting. Yeah, can you?
Yes, I already in the room.
So I don't know. That's why, because you put somebody else's name. That's why I don't know who are you. That's why I asked you to put your number.
Okay. Sorry.
Not the
Sorry. I will edit.
Can you rename?
Yeah, sure. Let me try.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it okay for you? Only pre-test, just for fun, and to check yourself whether it's okay for you. When it large or overcrowded city or Monye, I don't know how to join. Do you have Kahoot, Monye?
Yes, Ajahn, I already signed up Kahoot, but I cannot see my number. Yeah.
Somebody else?
For me, is I don't know where I can join.
Can Clyde tell your friends, please? How can they join this? Please tell them.
You can just check the link www.kahoot.it, then paste it in your browsers, and it would immediately redirect you to the website, and you can just enter the game pin and also put your nickname afterwards.
Game pin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
I'm doing. Is it? I have to go and do in the create tab on, because I'm in via the laptop.
It's okay. I think even though in a telephone you can play.
Okay, so if I will download via the telephone first.
We will wait a bit. Who else cannot join? You have to click play on the corner, on the right corner. Okay. Wait. So I think almost everybody. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we have 8 players. Okay,
Yes, then I am downloading on my mobile.
Is it okay? Are you in?
Stay downloading.
Where's your name?
Actually, I have already I put my name is my ID.
Okay, great.
But,
okay, now we have a number 2, 4, 6, 9. Is it all together? Everybody? No. We have more people. How many of us? We should have at least 13, right? Wow. 9. What should we do? Should we wait or should we move on?
No, when we click kau.com, with .it, it brings you this option. Computer games, kau, NAPY, action game. Which way do we go?
I'm not sure. Are you talking to me?
No, yeah, because I'm sure Clyde mentioned to say we need to we go to www.kau.it. Now the option which are here on the screen is computer games. There are 3 options here. Now we are trying to find out where do we go. Maybe Clyde can guide.
Can you come in, Eugene?
Yes, but I'm trying to. The problem is I've opened the web where Clyde said to go to www.kau.it.
Yahoo.com, you're right. And then on the right corner, click something. Somebody said, because I'm the host, so I don't know. You have to click play on the right corner.
Hello. You have to first after being redirected to the www.kahoot.it, you have to enter the game pin, which is 4063854, and then you would press enter, and then afterwards you would be redirected to another box again where you would enter your nickname. Then that would be the last step, and then you would be listed here as among the players.
But now we have fewer players. Why? We have 9 before. So just
maybe because of the internet connection. So because I noticed that I'm being in and out.
Oh, right. That's too bad. Eugene, is it okay for you?
No, it's not yet okay.
Not yet. Do you find where to put the game pin?
I'm trying to look. There are only 3 options there. Game computer.
Should I stop sharing and then client can share your screen to? Should I?
Okay, I think I can share my screen so
okay.
That will be.
Okay, we stop for a while. Don't worry. We will go together. I like you to be in.
A minute, please.
Okay. You can share your screen.
Can you send maybe the game pin, Ajan, in the chat box, because it was removed in the screen. If I were to share screen, I can see the game pin.
Okay. 406 384 3854. I used to play, but not so much problem. So I like to use it. Copy. Okay, game pin. Yeah.
All right, so first things first, you have to enter the URL www.kahoot.it. Then enter that. You would be redirected to this page where you can see the game pin.
Do you see
follow?
Eugene?
Yes.
And then you would enter the pin 4063854.
Yes.
Do you copy, Eugene?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then you would press enter, and then you would be directed to this again, where you would put your nickname here. And then you would press the OK go. Oh.
The same, right?
Oh, here. You're in. If it would say you're in, it means it would be reflected on Ajarn's website. Your name would be seen. Have you already entered, Eugene, or does anyone follow the instruction?
Yeah, let me go back.
Now we have 11 players now.
I would stop sharing, huh?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Klein. I think we learn together. Don't be too frustrated. Okay. We learn together. I think these are, tools for us to make our class or our learning process more fun. And I think, they said that when you feel like learning, that will be the best time for you to learn. So I hope this is. Oops. Okay. my face also disappeared from my screen. Would you like to start now? Okay. Eugene, are you okay?
No, I'm not fit. Okay, I'm trying to look for it.
So now we have 10. Why we lost one? Okay, 11. So you understand, and you have. Could you note this? 4063854 game pin. Just note it to your computer, and if we start, you can still join the game, I think. Now we have 12 already. That's great. Shall we start? Okay. So they have like 9 altogether. The first one. Just click to the one you think is right. And you have time limit too. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So now I think only 3 things that every.
Ajahn,
Yes?
please. I didn't see the question.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, me too, Ajahn.
It's like, what is a city up there? That's the question.
I
For
didn't.
the questions,
I
okay.
think you will have to look at both the meeting, the one that is being shared by Ajan, and then open your browser, because the one that will show on your screen is the red, yellow, blue, and green boxes where you will
Really?
have to press yes, Ajan.
Oh, I don't know because it show finally in my screen, so I don't understand why.
Yeah, I
Oh,
also see the color only.
really?
Yeah.
What is a
Yes.
city?
Sure.
Okay, so now you've got a trick, right? Then we see who Vicky Shu and Yi Sapiel. Congratulations, you are the first three, right? We have only like 8. So we're going to the next one. Second, here's the question. What major economic sectors that people in cities work in? Economic sectors. We haven't talked about this, but can you guess? Now, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Out of time. Okay. I think many of you understand, major economic sectors. We haven't talked really about this, but we will talk about this later, and you know that they divide economic sectors into only 3 sectors, right? Agriculture, industry, and then services. For the Ajahn, what economic sector that I am in? Can you tell?
Service.
Service.
Great. Students, lecturers or bankers, I don't know, so many other things, services. That's great. Okay. Vicky, Shu, and Yi. You are still on the top. Congratulations. Next. What is the most complicated and biggest urban settlement? We see these words: urban accumulation, city proper, metropolitan area in an article. 1, 0. Okay. I think most of you got it right. Metropolitan urban accumulation is bigger than city proper, right? If you read it in the article, it's quite clear there. So metropolitan is the area of not only the city, but the surrounding. So it become bigger, much bigger. Wow. Now we have Roland. Okay. That's great. The next one. This one is pretty easy. City proper is normally the single unit of administration. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Wow, we have like half. I think when they talk about city proper, they also talk about like small, right? Small scale, but they also say that it's a single unit of administration. So a city proper is not like combining many unit of administration together. So it's the smallest administration. So it's like a single unit. Okay, it's the smallest thing that Vicky Shu. The three and are still the same. And yo, you are coming up. Okay, we go to the next one. 5 of 8. Normally when compare administrative boundary and the built-up area, you have 30 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one, zero. I think somebody cannot answer in time, right? So this one, it said administrative boundary is smaller than built-up area. Maybe you need to read and look at the maps of Bangkok that they show, because in my case in Chiang Mai, I am quite sure that in other cases that the administrative, or for example, the municipality is the boundary is small, but we talk about urban sprawl, right? I think you remember about urban sprawl. When it's sprawl, it doesn't look, just to confine in the administrative boundary, right? Because the road extend outside from this administrative boundary to another one. But then when we look at the sprawl, they just go further beyond. So that's why the boundary of administration is smaller than the exact built up area. Okay. Now, Vicky Shu and Clyde, you are coming up. Sabiel, try harder. Number 6. What is the new UN Habitat suggestion for defining a city? What kind of definition? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. What's the new suggestion, right? It said functional definition. We will talk about this later, don't worry. It's only, the word that we cannot remember, right? So it's not the mixed land use definition, or it's not a proactive system definition. It's not an urban phenomenon definition, but functional definition. We will talk about this later. And I hope you understand well. Now you are coming. And Clyde. Okay, maybe second last, the urban extent and degree of urbanization are the same. Okay, almost all can answer this. Okay, that's great. Because you will see that the functional definition, it's divided into urban extent and degree of urbanization. We will talk about this later. I couldn't play at all, so Chiria, sorry, why? Why can't you play? Are you in or you out of the game? Syria? Maybe you are in, right? But you cannot, you don't know the answer. That don't worry. Okay, now we go to the last one. Wow, congratulations. We will note it down. The last one, which of these sentences are true concerning urban extent and the degree of urbanization? I think the time is too short. I forgot to extend the time. We should play this one again. Okay, 4 of you got it. Sorry, the sentence is quite long. I forgot to increase the time for this one. It's the last one, sorry. But you know, urban extent counts built up area and open spaces within 100-meter radius. We will talk about this in detail when we go through. I hope you understand them well later. What is a city podium? Sapiel, congratulations. Vicky shoes. And then spotlight go on. Congratulations. I can also share how many of you that can answer something like this. Oh, okay. Hello. Are you okay? Coming back from the game? I think we have like 30 minutes to make your blood circulate a lot. And Shiria, could you switch on your camera?
Hello, Ajahn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you play? Were you in or out of the game?
No, I just out of the game and
Oh,
I just
really?
see the results. Yeah.
Why?
Because I couldn't partake in the game at all. All I can see is just the colors. You know, that is why.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
but it's okay, Ajahn. Yeah, this is very interesting.
And are you in Chiang Mai now?
And not yet. I'm
in Bangkok, right? Okay. I hope when you come to Chiang Mai, you can ask your friends who's around here, and then we can play it sometime later. Okay.
Yeah,
thank you very much, guys. And thank you very much for the first three who involved a lot in the games. Clyde, and who is Vicky Shu? Okay, can you switch on your camera?
Yeah. Hi.
Okay. So we haven't say hello yet, right?
Yes, because I remember last class, like 7th of July, I was coming to Chiang Mai and I was missing like most of the classes. I attended
Okay.
class at the very last minute.
Okay, that's great. At least you come this time and we share a lot of things and then we move on. You want to to change your position, or you want to have a little break, or it's okay to keep on? What do you think? No answer. Normally when I ask something, nobody said anything. At least, but I can see your face and your, what is it, your interaction. When I talk to the students, the undergrad, they just all switch off the the video, and I look like, you know, only letters. I talk with letters. Okay. I think you are fine, right? So we can move on to we will go through, and then I think you can share your maps later, okay? And then we go to another challenge from by my Miro for the last session. And I like to ask you guys to come up with the question why. And I put it like, why city is important? We see from the article, right, that the city is a positive and potent force for sustainable, not only development, sustainable economic growth, sustainable development, and prosperity. So I think it's quite important for us to look at the city, because you know that more and more people are in cities. So you know, cities around the world growing in terms of number of populations and in terms of number of cities itself. In last year, you know, 2021, 4.4 billion people live in urban areas. And they all said that like in 30 years time, it will grow to 6.6 billion. You know, in only 30 years, we will have like 2.2 billion people more in cities. You know why cities are growing so fast? Do you know why or how? Can you tell me why number of population in the cities are growing like always up? The number are from what?
Because of the migration, like migration internally or externally.
That's great. Exactly. Because, you know, people in the city does not grow by numbers of the birth rate, no, but the migration. And it can be one of the major problem for city in the future. And we need to know, we need to understand this kind of situation or problems to govern it, to manage it, right? If we don't know the situation of the city, so we don't know how to make it sustainable, make it livable, make it good for people to live in. Somebody said something.
Sorry, Ajahn, I spelled it wrongly. Rear push. Sorry.
What do you want to say?
Rear. Sorry. Yeah, it's, you know, just some kind of people are looking for the job opportunities in the urban cities because there is no, yeah.
That's great.
Rural areas at all.
Right. Because a lot of opportunities in city rather than in the rural area. And then if we go through, we will see that you know, binary of city and rural is not enough for these days, because city they are more complicated. So we need more. So that's what I said. Cities are bigger and bigger, and then city problems are the world problems. I haven't list all the world problem at the moment, and right nowadays, do you know what happened in Europe? Have you seen the news? What happened in Europe? Eugene, do you know? Because I think you are quite close to Europe more than us. Have you seen the news? What's the current problem situation in Europe right now? Vicky, yeah?
I'm not close, geographically, I'm not close to Europe. But as far as I know, like Europe is facing inflation problem like after COVID, and because also the Russian-Ukraine war, the energy prices is increasing, which accelerates the inflation as well.
Right, but these few days, you know, right? Somebody
Ajahn,
want to say?
I also want to add something from what Vicky has stated. Yes, there is a problem on inflation, but Europe just recently, I have scrolled it through Facebook that they are having the problem on migrant crisis due to wars and conflicts, and it is one of the main causes of global migration actually, and this is induced due to the Ukrainian conflict, and they transfer to Europe in order to seek refuge and also to find economic opportunities.
Right, right. But these very few days, when I look at the news, you know, the international news, I see a lot of fire. And Europe and are now, you know, facing the what can I say? Climate change, the higher temperature, and it's up to 40. And we said, wow, in Thailand, like 36 or 37, you know, the hottest during the day only. But in Europe, it goes to 40 and a lot of fires, you know, all over the places, many countries. Italy, at least 3 countries that I've looked in the news just these few days. So that's the problem. Okay, not the problem of the city, but you know, in Greece, okay, one case in Greece, because it's quite close to the capital city of Greece. What's the name? It's very close, the fire, and it's going very close to the city. So I think nowadays, as you said, as I said, the city problems, right? But actually, maybe the city and the vicinities are very close together, and maybe we cannot divide it. But as the city problem, I think you are right, and the inflation is very strong at the moment because of the war. Yes. Another why. I asked why the city is important, and then why we need to define a city in a similar way, right? Because if you read through this article, you will see that they are trying to make us internationally or all over the world to have the same definition of the city, because we need to be sure that if we want to measure something in the city, and it needs to be like a similar measure in order to compare, or else we will compare different things, different bases also. It's not possible, or if it's possible, it's not good enough. For example, if we want to measure like basic needs, provision of public goods, on tangible or intangible assets, or etc. I'd just like to ask, do you know these words, tangible and intangible assets? Can you tell me? What does it mean?
Tangible as
what is it?
So tangible measure is something that we can easily be measured, like usually physically or in number,
right.
Such as the property,
right.
The infrastructure,
right.
the GDP. However, for intangible assets, it could be knowledge, talent, and IP, like intellectual property and technology.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you talk about the conservation, about the UNESCO heritage, they will divide into tangible and intangible assets. if you are interested in this area. Klein, do you agree? So you look puzzled. Do you agree with this the explanation?
Yeah, that's right. BK has explained it all. I was just because we're talking about migration issues, I came across very interesting articles. So I am multitasking, listening to you and also reading this disturbing
Okay,
article.
don't worry. We can do both. Okay, now we are moving to another question. We have already know why we need to understand the city very well, and we need to define it very good. And then we turn to what question. So what are the criteria to define a city, right? And I am so wonder how you draw your map. I will show the map of Chiang Mai as well, and you see we can compare together. And if you read through the article, you will find that they talk about size and density of population, right? Urban characteristic, and also economic function. I have already talked about economic function a bit, that economic sectors, they have only three, we call, not primary, we call three basic economic sectors: agriculture, industry, and services. So in cities, these services are, the major sector of the city, but sometimes industry also count for not agriculture. But in Thailand, there are a lot of agriculture land in the municipality area all over the country. So it's not like strongly cut like that. So this is what I said is, in Thailand, when I studied planning long time ago, they said urban area is the municipality area. And in Thailand, we have like three kind of municipality, from the biggest to the smallest. เทศบาล is municipality, เทศบาลนคร เทศบาลเมือง and เทศบาลตำบล. So it's like Nakhon is like a big city, Mueang is like a town, and then Tambon is like a small town. So we have like 3 levels of municipality, and that time they said that people who lived in the municipality are urban population. So outside the municipality are rural population. And we have problems with this kind of definition, of course. So this is just to let you know. I'm not sure about in Philippines. Can you share? And Myanmar and also Zambia. So we can have like different views here. What about in Philippines?
Hello, Jan. In the Philippines, yeah, this is very observable in our cities. The industry and services sectors, they all accumulated in our cities because the processing and the business transactions, all of this happens in the economic center, and this has been the contention of cities because this is where the people who transacts on these matters would meet. However, actually, when agriculture, industry, and service were asked in the Kahoot earlier, I answered that all of them were part of the city because I had an example. It's, I think, in Dumaguete City, where a part of their city has some sort of agricultural area, but this is something that they use also for tourism because the people, the students, can visit this agricultural field to maybe learn from it, and also to immerse with the agricultural sector while also being in the city. So yeah, that's the case here in the Philippines.
I
But
wonder
mostly
how,
the majority would be on industry and service.
right, really, okay. So I wonder how the Philippines define a city. Do you know?
I think we fall. I think we really look at the demographic factors and also
You can
the
find out. Right.
aspect concerning you know, the satellite imaging where you can see the accumulation of establishment and
Right.
buildings. That is how urbanization or the notion of a city is defined here in the Philippines.
Right. You can find out because I know from Thailand, the Thai perspective, and maybe we need to change it to fit to this kind of standard, or I don't know, concept. What about in Myanmar? Can you share how can you define a city? Do you know? EE?
As again, in capital city Muslim, they define in population size and the place where most of the people as they entering the office works. Like recently, they said the capital city of Myanmar is actually before is Yangon, but later on, and they changed the capital city to Naypyidaw.
Right.
In Naypyidaw, although it's so-called the capital city, just only is like government office are there. Surrounded those area are doing mostly doing agriculture, etc.
Right. Right. Yes. So I really want to know, you know, how your cities or your country define a city. It's very interesting. Another.
I think the government just decide on what they are, the geography.
Right.
They just make the area and they define as a city. This is a city. This is a real area, so like that.
Right.
They don't have any proper policy, calculation, and consideration.
Right, right. For us, we have the administrative boundary, right? A Tesaban as our municipality, as I told you, and then the level of each municipality, they put like a number of population, and also the what you call income of the municipality to make it higher, something like that. Okay. And Eugene, do you have any idea for Zambia?
Yes, I think for a town to be named as a city, there's a lot certain parameters they have to decide, right? For instance, they need to look at the economic activities which are there,
right.
Infrastructure development, and also population size. Yeah, like in our case in Zambia, I think Kitwe is one of the cities. You realize that there are a lot of people and a lot of mining activities are going on. And at the same time, you find that because of the mining activities which are going on, population is also increasing. So that's one of the parameters. Yeah, one of the parameters. And the infrastructure. If the area has got a lot of infrastructure, meaning it offers these social amenities where people are also interested to go in. So find that population also explode.
Right.
Those are some of the those are some of the parameters they also try to look at.
Do you have like how many number of population that could count as a city, a town? Do you know?
I'm not sure, but when I was trying to Google, I think for Kitwe, which is a city that has currently the population 500,000.
500,000. That's quite.
Yes.
That's quite big.
Yes.
It's larger than Chiang Mai municipality.
I think so.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Thank you very much. And then we'll move on, right? Yes.
Yes, I have one price. Yes, I had one price. Based on Myanmar content,
yes.
how we usually define a city. So in English language, we had different kind of various kind of uses about the process of urbanizations, like the cities or capitals or towns or and so on and so forth. But in Burmese language, I think there's what only one means town, what we call myo. Myo we usually call myo, or for the bigger city we call myoji, or smaller city we call myo or so on and so forth. So this is why I think it is very difficult to define what really cities mean in Burmese language, especially I think as we learned from the article, they say cities, the economic characteristics of the cities is possibly occupied by the industry and service, and not by the agriculture. But in Myanmar, I think the majority of the population, like the 80% of the population, live in rural areas and only 20 live in urban. Even only the two big cities like Rangoon and Mandalay have the concentration of industry. In others area, you have many people migrate to the cities, but there's just no industry. There's like people are doing their own job, like trades, transportations, agriculture,
That's in
that
the
kind of things.
services. Sector.
But the size of the population is becoming bigger and bigger. So this is why very difficult to define.
Exactly. I have been in both Yangon and Mandalay. I think Mandalay is quite vast with the same problem of as many cities in Thailand, that you have a not very big center, and then it extend like outside, go along with the routes, right? With the roads like far away, but just near the road, and we call the urban sprawl, right? So yeah, we share similar problems, and a lot of small towns in Thailand also. Just outside Chiang Mai city, you see this kind of development as well. So I think we share the same, but maybe in a different level. Thank you very much for your share. I really like it when you when all of you come in and talk. So I just put here the from the Wikipedia what they said about urban area. It's just to make you see how ordinary definition or normal definition of the urban area. It's called urban area or built up area. I like to share with you this word, because this word we will use later on, and I think it's quite important. The built up area, and it is a human settlement with high population density, right? Talk about the population and then the density and infrastructure of built environment. Urban areas are created through urbanization, and now it come to the word urbanization, and are categorized by urban morphology as cities, towns, conurbations, or suburbs. So, suburb is also an urban area in this kind of thing. I think it's quite interesting. And to make us realize again about the size, so the factor first that normally people talk about city is the size of population, right? But how can we say this is a city, as your friend just talked to us right now, that some cities are very very small in terms of number. I have the table from the left. I have it long time ago, and then what I read it from the article is in the red on the right hand. So you can see that Japan from this table is like 30 30,000 people, but then the new article said 50,000. I think maybe they have changed the number. You know why it's in Peru or Sweden, Denmark, Norway, on also Iceland, Cambodia, Nigeria, Mali, something. You see from the smallest number to the biggest number. Can you guess? I can guess something from this number. For example, Japan. What do you think why they have a lot of so high number of population to call it a city? If lesser than like 30,000 or 50,000, they wouldn't call it a city. For us, it's, you know, like 3 cities already. What do you think? Can you guess why Japan has a very high number? You can combine the geography, the history, you know, many subjects to talk about this. I really like when I study planning and when I'm interested in the conservation, you know, I combine a lot of subjects together. History, geography, architecture, planning. I think it's very good. Can you guess? Somebody said because of population and its density. Yes, why? Your answer still is a question. SP. Can you guess?
And because of the geographic area.
Yeah, why?
Because they have so many island, and they don't have too much of a place
Yeah.
for.
Yes. I think when many of the areas in the country are mainly mountains, right? They have island and mountains. They have very small flat area, flat plain. So that's why people need to stay close together, right? it's the geography similar to northern part, you know, upper north of Thailand, that we have not so many large flat plain except Chiang Mai, Lamphun flat plain. That's why Chiang Mai has become, you know, conqueror of the area, because they said, you know, we are Lana. Land is a million rice field. So if we have like a lot of rice fields, so we have a lot of rice, so we have a lot of power, right? But the rest, they have like very small area to grow rice. So they don't have enough food to feed all of the people. Yes, I think it's a good guess, because, and I don't know about Peru, because I think they also have a very little flat plain as well, a lot of mountains as well, but maybe because the geographic factor is too difficult. That's why people cannot stay close or a lot together. They have to separate, like, I don't know. That's why only 100 you can call a city. So just to show you that if we say the size of the population can be defined, can use to define a city, we'll find a problem, right? That, oh, well, from 100 to 50,000, what shall we do? Is it the same city? So we need something else, right? What about density? Is it good enough for us to compare different cities? Because in this article, as you can see, that Bhutan have like 1,000 persons or population per square kilometer can define as a city. But in China, it like 1,500. Or in Germany, it's only 150 person per square kilometer. Oh, so these kind of numbers, they are so different. I'm not sure about the numbers for us in Chiang Mai, but we have the number of population we can calculate later. And what about economic activities? We talk about number of population or density of population or economic factors. In Bhutan, they said if they have non-primary economic activities more than 50%, it can be called a city. Or Cambodia said employees in agriculture should less than 50%. It's like, almost the same, but a little different for these two criteria. So all this just let you see that how these factors are different, and it can make so many different different pictures of a city. And if you look closely to the article, you find that some of them, some countries like use only a single criteria, right? Some use mix. Some of them use like 5 criteria altogether, something like that. So a lot of things happen. So there are like different concepts in defining the city. I will have a short break after this before we start a new session. So we talk about the city proper, right? The city proper is the smallest unit of analysis and refers to the area confined within city limits. It is a single political jurisdiction, which is part of the historical city center. So it's like a small city proper is the smallest city. I think in this sense, it's a single political jurisdiction, which is administration unit, as I use. Many countries report on their urban population using statistical concept of city proper. This is the case, for instance, Benin, Bolivia, Congo, Czech Republic, Egypt, Germany, Korea, the Philippines, and Poland, Russia, Saudi Arabia, and the various other countries. So as we heard before that about Germany, right, that they have only 150 population per square kilometers can be a city. So that's why they said the city proper is also the definition of them. So this is the smallest city in the sense. We go to another word, urban accumulation. Is a continuous territory inhabited at urban density levels without regard to administrative boundaries. This, I think it's become interesting now, because now urban accumulation, it doesn't care the administrative boundary. So it looks only the accumulation of the urban area. I think it's a little advanced than the first one. In other words, it integrated the city proper plus suburban areas that are part of what can be considered as city boundaries. Also, an urban accumulation sometimes combine two developed areas, which may be separated by less developed areas in between. So now you've got an idea, right? Urban accumulation is a little bigger than city proper. And I think this is a little advanced than city proper for the city, because right now we don't have like separated cities, only like on its own and with boundaries and doesn't extend anywhere. I think that's the ideal model, and we don't really have city proper at the moment. And then we have another one we call metropolitan area. It's a geographical region. You can see that you use a bigger word. It said geographical region with a relatively high population density. That is considered as a statistical area. For example, Bangkok Metropolitan covers the area of the vicinity more than only Bangkok. It also include like Nakhon Pathom, Samut Sakhon, Samut Songkhram, and Pathum Thani. You know, the province around Bangkok. It is the Bangkok metropolitan area. And I think in the Philippines, you also have like metropolitan area for your capital, right? Because I think it's quite big. What
That's, yeah, I can
yes.
appear. We do have city the city one, which is a lot more smaller and has administrative function, but most of the time we have this metropolitan area where, you know, the city is a much more broader and bigger, because it makes the economic transaction and the movement of people much easier if it's a lot more broader compared to a much more precise and lesser city, you know,
Right.
city.
Yes, and I think also in Jakarta, Indonesia, the city is quite vast, very big, and we can call metropolitan area as well. There's a question said, what implication does population size has on cities, especially those in third world countries? What implication? Can you talk? I don't really know. What does it mean? RE, who is RE?
I'm only asking the question.
Yes.
I'm only asking the question.
Can you can you explain what's?
I'm only asking the question, so I need the answer to the question. I'm just asking the
I see.
question.
Just put the question here, right? Okay.
Yes. So I need clarifications on the question.
Okay, if I'm wrong, please stop me so I will go further. Am I right? You don't need any answer or feedback, right? Okay. So this is how, you know, I like this because this is in Nairobi, Kenya, and it show the lines of different concepts to produce different city boundaries from the Nairobi administrative boundary, the blue one. You can see, I think it's the smallest one. And then Nairobi urban extent. We will talk about this later on. The urban extent, you can see that the shape is like, you know, go to wherever the route, I think the road goes. It's like go along with the road. And then the Nairobi metropolitan area, which covers the region, which maybe maybe it's easy to talk about the region instead of only the municipality or the, I don't know what they call it. You know, it's maybe it's too small here, and then it's sometimes difficult to call to only urban extent like this. We don't know exactly where to stop, and then maybe we need to draw some lines. That's why the metropolitan area has been drawn to cover. Maybe it's contains of a lot of um, administrative boundaries. Okay. And now we are moving to the last part of the article. Do you need to stop for a while and then we'll come back? I think yes. Colin said yes. Maybe it's a good idea to move. We don't need to sit 3 hours. I think it's unhealthy, right? So we'll come back in 10 minutes. Is it okay for you? So it's 5 to 4. We'll meet. Okay. Thank you very much. See you.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you.
It's quite tiring, isn't it? We need to keep our energy. Hello, Yolin and Clyde. Okay, thank you. At least I saw you. I see you. I think it's okay. And Eugene, what time is it for you now?
Is 10:57
10
in the morning.
in the
10:57.
morning. Oh, okay. So it's 11, right? So
Yes, 11.
we will finish by noon. That's great. Good time. do you work regularly? I mean, do you work right now or you are a full-time student?
No, I need to work, but now but I got the study leave because I was waiting for travel arrangement from TAIC. So normally just after class I have to go for work.
You will come to Thailand, right?
Yes, I've already been cleared by government.
Oh, what? When?
Because I was supposed to be graduating to my colleagues who are graduating next week. Unfortunately, yes. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't attend that the other semester, this semester last year.
Oh, I see.
Yes, so I have to complete this semester. Yes.
Okay. I hope we can we can be in the same place and we can, because I and Ajahn Poo have a lot of activities in in town, a lot of workshops, and we work with the communities. So we said it's a pity that if you are in Chiang Mai, we can go together and we learn a lot from that. Anyway, welcome back. We will share our photographs and maps later. I hope we will we can do it. So we go to the last part of the article, right? And it said towards a functional definition of a city. So it's a two different two definitions that give a good perspective for global monitoring of 11 SDG indicators. So if you read it, you will see that they talk about the definition of the city, but they always talk about the sustainable development goal. They said these should combine together. So I think in this sense, it fits to our subject, right? To our area that we need to focus on. So I think it's very good indeed. So they suggest they call functional definition of the city, but they split it, divided into two different definition. City as defined by its urban extent. So its urban extent actually is it built up and urbanized open space. I hope you all understand built up area, right? Yeah, do you know built up area? Yes, no?
According to my basic understanding, maybe I am wrong. So build up area, it is that how can I say, the boundary that set by the authorities.
No.
Oh, sorry.
That's the, what is it? Administrative boundary. Built, you know, it's very simple and direct meaning. Go directly to the word built up. So it's the area that has been built. That's it. So it's the what is it? Present. It's the present situation. If we look in the map of any area and then we see buildings or roads, you know, or what is it? Hardscape. They are all built up area. But in this sense, the urban extent, they said it's also covered with urbanized open space. For example, a park, you know, a park is designed by human, right? It's a natural environment, but it was designed by people. So it's urbanized open space. We can see the urban extent. It has two components, urban extent and urbanized open space. If you look into detail, they said, instead of using population or demographic trends, the urban extent concepts employ satellite imagery, so satellite photograph, analysis technique to extract information on human settlements, morphology, and density of built-up structures. Is it clear enough? If it's not clear, please say something. So, if I show you EE, is it okay for you, the definition? Okay. If I show you this map, I can say that it's a built-up area because if you see, that's where the buildings are. This is a square, you know, the old city, the inner square city wall. Chiang Mai has another outer wall, which is in this area. You can see a regular form. That's also another wall of Chiang Mai, the outer ring wall. So the built-up area, we come back to this slide. And I need to show like this. Okay. To make it easy, you know, just not paint or draw on the map of the area that has been built. And that may be difficult to compare. So they said they draw first the grid of square kilometers, you know, in both methodologies. This is the tool of analysis. So they draw the square of 1 square kilometers, and then they put it in the built-up area that they want to analyze. And they said the built-up area has three levels of built-up area: the urban built-up area, the suburban built-up area, and rural built-up area. Built-up area density is greater than 50% in 1 square kilometers. Here, where 1 square kilometer has a built-up density 25 to 50%. Do you understand the definition? Where 1 square kilometers has a built-up density of less than 25%. So if you draw 1 square kilometers and you look, the built-up area is greater than 50%, it will be urban built-up area. But if it's from 25 to 50, it will be suburban built-up area. But if it's lesser than 25, it will be rural area. So in this sense, you know, it's not only urban and rural, right? We have suburban area come in between. I think it's better than the old definition, only urban and rural. but now we have suburban. But from what we talked before, suburban also defined as a city. So only rural. So if you have like 25% to 50%, it can also be a city. If it's in, this is maybe a little complicated because it talk about built up area and then it talk about open space. Open space is, you know, it's also classified into 3 levels: fringe open spaces, capture open spaces, and rural open spaces. All open space pixel within 100 meters of urban or suburban pixel. Do you understand? I like it. So if you have the urban area, you know, pixel, which means 1 square kilometers, and then 100 meters from that, it can be a fringe open space of the urban area. So it will be counted as urban area, okay? And then capture open space. All open spaces cluster that are fully surrounded by urban and suburban pixel around them. I think it's quite easy to think about it because we have urban, we have suburban pixel, and we have rural pixel. We can find that some open space, some area between urban and suburban pixel, they are capture open space, which is counted into urban area as well. Okay, so only rural open space will not be counted. All open spaces that are not fringe or capture open spaces. So now I think it's quite clear if we use this kind of definition, isn't it? Urban extent. So we need at least, so if you are in geography, it will be great because you will be familiar with maps. And I really like to persuade all of you, if you are not already familiar with Google Earth, I like it a lot because you can see a lot of things. Eugene can see Chiang Mai before you come to Chiang Mai in 3D, you know, 3-dimensional. You can look around the city, you know, where the high buildings are, where are the lower buildings, the trees, the old city. If you have enough experience, you can classify from the views that you see that, okay, this is the old area of the city, and they look old with small winding roads, something like that. And if it's like a grid and very wide road, like in Nebidor, you know, the speed from I see it from the news. The speed is like, I don't know, 16 lanes, right? Very wide, and that's we are sure that's not an old city, right? But if you are in Yangon or Mandalay, you find something different, but you still can see the straight lines, right? Because some of the old cities are designed by straight lines, something like this. So I think it's fun if you like, if you are enough. Sapiel, you raise your hand. What would you like to say?
Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you for explaining about the built space. I have one question regarding on this. Can you please go back to the previous slide?
Right. What is the question?
So in the built urban area, we classify as into 3 levels, and we use the word the time density, and we also have the percentage in order to describe the density. Now, I'm curious how we measure, how we calculate the density for the built area.
The density of the population, you mean?
No, I mean the builder area, the density of the builder area. How do we calculate the density of the builder? Yeah.
I see. Because I can I share a whiteboard?
Yes.
I can share whiteboard here, and I can draw something. If you have a square kilometers, right? I don't have a mouse with me, so forgive me for the line. And you have built up area. I don't know, whatever. So this is how many percent of built up area? Can you, how many percent? You guess?
I think it's almost 50%.
Yeah, over 50. So you know how to calculate now?
Yes. So it builds on. So it based on the square meter. And,
Yes, as I said before, this
builder area square meter, right?
Right. Square kilometers.
Yeah.
Because these two methodologies, they use the square grid of 1 kilometers as a unit of analysis to make it easier, or to make it good for everybody, every city to have the same measure.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Now you know the urban extent now, right? And this is how the example of the urban extent extraction of functional city boundary of Bangkok based on I go too far here. Sorry. Is it this one? Urban extent definition. So you see, this is the metropolitan Bangkok metropolitan not metropolitan, including, this is only Bangkok, you see, but metropolitan will include like Samut Prakan, Samut Sakhon, Nakhon Pathom, somewhere around. So this is only Bangkok, BMA, but it's called Bangkok Metropolitan Area. It's the name of Bangkok administrative boundary, BMA. Okay, but you can see it's quite clear here that if you use the extent definition, the urban area is far further from administrative area. Okay, I think you all get it. So the second methodology is city as defined by its degree of urbanization, or urba, dekuba, or I don't know. It's degree of urbanization, right? Oh, I forgot to say that the last one, the first one is from New York University methodology, but this one is European Commission. I think it's not necessary to remember, but just mention it. Degree of urbanization. Generally, the traditional method used the local administrative unit level 2 as the unit of analysis, and distinguishing three settlement type: densely, intermediate, and thinly populated areas based on population size, density, and contiguity of settlements. The Delimitation of city boundaries under this method follows a two-step process. The first step, grid cells of 1 square kilometers are classified into one of the three clusters according to their population size and density. This one is a bit different from the last one. So start from the square grid the same, but then they have already defined those settlements into three levels from number of population and the density. And then three cluster according to population size and density. They are highly density cluster or urban center. They are urban cluster, and then they are rural grid cell. So it's quite similar to the first one as well, where 1 square kilometers has at least 1,500 inhabitants per square kilometers and a minimum of population of 50,000. That's the high density cluster. An urban cluster where 1 square kilometer has at least 300 inhabitants per square kilometers and a minimum of population of 5,000. Grid cell outside high density cluster and urban cluster. So you know how they define the cluster, and then local administrative units. So it's kind of overlapping two of these definitions, two of these criteria. Densely populated areas are cities. Intermediate densely area are towns and suburbs. And then thinly populated area are rural areas. At least 50% population live in high density cluster urban center. So they have defined that the urban center, and then they look more that into details that at least 50% of population live in that square kilometers. And this intermediate densely area or town and suburb, less than 50% populations live in rural grid cells and less than 50% live in population. I think I put here. Less than 50% population live in high density urban centers. I think we don't need to remember, but we need to know the concept. If we know the concept, and then we can, every time when we want to calculate or we want to draw this kind of maps, we can do it. Okay, I think this one is a bit more complicated. Okay, Sapio, you raise your hand. Yes.
Oh, no, I don't have the question. That was the previous reason. So I'm gonna make it work.
Okay. So I hope you, okay, this is the map extract of functional city boundary of Bangkok based on degree of urbanization definition. Okay, so now you have another tools. If you can work on the satellite maps and you can work on the scale. So if you want to draw this kind of urban extent or degree of urbanization, you can do it. Okay, from this map, you see that the white are the rural area and the yellow are urban, while the red are high density urban. I cannot see yellow here. Can you see? There's no yellow, right? Only red and white for Bangkok. Okay. I think now it's time for us to share our maps. I hope need to share you from myro.com. I need to send this to you. Copy. And hopefully that you can, where is the, chat, okay. This is my board in my row, and I hope that you can enter the board and then you can put your photographs. If I can show you the board, I will. Oh, I think I have problems here. I don't want that kind of thing. What should I do? I can you can you enter my board? I will show my board right now. Share.
Dr. Chen, we need to get user access.
Yes.
We need to get user access.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, give access. Okay. I send invitation. Ooh. I need to look at my mail too, probably. Can you? Share setting. Can you come in?
Not yet.
Not yet. Can. And I have a problem. Maybe, do you think we can use the whiteboard? Can we upload photo on the whiteboard? Maybe this is not good at this time. Sorry, I have problem too. I can give you access, but I don't know why my telephone doesn't have my recent board. It needs a new one. So I think we can share whiteboard. And then we can draw or put our photographs on that. Is it possible? Do you know? Only rice, right? No photographs. or else we need to share each by each. I like everybody to put in one place, in one board, and then we can share together. I can give access to all of you when you ask.
Yeah, I said we find the difficulties that we cannot. No, we cannot make. We cannot open a whiteboard. It said that we during a second show.
Really,
So
you can write the whiteboard, I think, but not put the photograph in. Oh, too
would you
bad.
mind stopping your second?
Okay,
Let's check.
I stopped sharing now.
Yeah.
Can you help me? We have like 30 minutes left for our last part.
Yeah, we can now enter on it.
Really? So,
Yeah.
I need to give access to all of you. And then, okay, send invitation. Can you try to can you upload your photograph in here?
No, I think no, you cannot upload the photo here.
I think there's because in my view you have I try with another Ajahn in the faculty, and he said he could upload the photograph, and now I don't know where. Here, is it here? We fit that. Too bad, because it's here, page, no. Oh, yeah, it's seen last time. At first, I saw something like this, and then when I try with my colleague, it's okay. So I try this time, it's not okay. Oh, too bad, isn't it? Anyway, we can share each by each, okay? Now, sorry, we will solve this problem later. We don't have very much time. Too bad. I like to play with it. Oh, well, who like to share your photograph and just say something a bit and just add something before we stop? We need to talk about our next class, because next Thursday again is our national holiday, is the King birthday. So you will read something and then make some just a short presentation to show that you understand what I like to ask you, and then we proceed the class. So sorry, that shouldn't work. Can I start from Sharia? I start from like your number here.
Yes, Ajahn.
Yes. Maybe you somebody need to stop sharing, and then so we will share one by one of your photo, and then it's a pity that we cannot look, all at once, and then we talk, we discuss together. That's what I intend to. And please send it by email next time. I will put it in one page, and then next time we can do it. But this time, please share. Who is sharing now? Please stop.
Right.
Thank you very much for your try. we will play with Miro next time.
Hello,
And,
Claire. Can you stop sharing screen?
I'm not sharing, somebody else. Who? Please stop share the screen, please. Okay.
No, it's not.
Okay, now Sharia and Roland or Eugene, right? And Ray, Clyde, EE, Yolene or Jolie, and okay, Chu, Sapiao. Okay, oh, we have a lot.
So can you see my
1 minute.
screen?
Yes, 1 minute, please.
Yes, actually, although I'm trying to find the build-up area as mentioned in the book, but I couldn't find the data at all because maybe the criteria in the book are too high for my city to be for my hometown to be classified as a city. So yeah, here is my city, and it is in Yari region in Bada. And if we look the map detail, it is located on the Yari River. Yari River, you can see that. So its total population is over 338,000, and just the 24.7% of the people live in the urban area. So a population density is 345 by 1 person by kilometer square. And if we look at the economic characteristics, we can see that 41.8% of the people work in the agriculture sector. So if we relate the definition as part of the book, I just applied the Cambodian model. Is that a population about 2,000 inhabitants with a percentage of male employment in agriculture below 50% and population density exceeding 200% per square kilometer. So I just applied this definition. And if we talk about the degree of urbanization, my city is just can be classified as the urban cluster of contiguous grid sets or 1 kilometer square with a density of at least 300 inhabitants per kilometer square and a minimum population of 5,000. So it met this criteria, yeah, as described by the book. Thank you.
Thank you. And please send this file via email to me too.
Yes, Ajahn.
Okay. And then Roland, can you?
I'm sorry, I have not prepared mine. Can I do it in the next class?
Yes, yes. You can send me by email by next week, okay? Because next week is weekend, so not weekend, holidays. But you will have another reading, okay? Next, Ray.
Okay. We'll do that. Thank you.
Ray.
Ajahn, please with me for a minute, please. Okay.
It would be great, isn't it, if we can look at all the maps together at once. Can you share your screen?
Yep, Ajahn. Please a moment, please. Yeah. So let me share my screen.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Where does it go? No. Stop. Yeah.
It's actually it's not my expectation. I thought that you would take it from the aerial photograph and then you draw something. This is the map that we can find anywhere, right?
Yeah, actually, I did not make this map by myself. I asked to the responsible person from the city committee to show you
Oh.
the map of the Mandalay city. It indicates the is likely the administrative functions. Is likely administrative functions and educational function and educational functional places and administrative functional places and head functional places on the maps. Is the map of the Mandalay city, which combine with seven townships in this city.
Okay.
So I would like to say a definitions of the city in terms of Mandalay is more relevant with the definition which is clarified by the European Commission, as we which is provided in the article you provided us to read upon it.
How can you explain more? I don't quite understand that how compatible, because degree of urbanization said about the number of population in the urban area, and you haven't explained about those bits. Do you have informations about that?
Actually, I didn't study up on this kind of characteristics of the city.
Right.
And I just pick up the map of the city and I just study on the article. I forgot to interrelevant between the article and the maps.
That's right. If you want to change, it's okay. You can send it again through the email, okay?
Yeah. So I would like to ask to change my presentation for the next time. Thank you.
Thank you. And Clyde, right? Next one. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, hello.
Okay, hello. So foremost, I am presenting the Sikihor case. This is my place. Actually, it's an island. It's more like a rural area rather than the urban area. So I want to pick Cebu City, where I studied in my undergraduate. However, as I checked the lecture recording, you, Ajarn, has stated that it would be better if it's your home city, which we could be familiar with. So in here, I present the Sikihor. So this is where I reside. It is only an island. It comprises only 343.5 kilometers. Yet I see it also as a good thing. So maybe we can have an example of a rural area and not only on highly urbanized cases. So as you can see here, this is the island of Sikihor, and okay, next. Okay, here. So if we are to zoom in, the circle that we have seen earlier, so that would be the more close up image of the photograph. So I tried to search for a city plan, an elaborative one of Sikihor, but to no luck, I haven't found one. So here we can see the smaller circles. It denotes the city proper, as this holds all the government functions. So the larger city would demark other economical establishments, which is also necessary in running the island, or somewhat the concept of urban agglomeration that we have discussed earlier. So I just put labels on the spots which I deem significant to mention. We can see here the pier. So it connects the island to other places. The Philippines is, after all, an archipelago. So although we don't have an airport here, it wasn't although we have an airport here, rather, it wasn't actually something that accepts commercial flights. So it is only utilized for private planes. So the travelers from all around the country or from other places would enter the island through the pier or through the port. So then here we can see the churches. So churches are, in my political science studies, are very powerful political establishment that forms the values of the people. So Sikihor is largely a Catholic island where the religion of the people is Catholicism, and we have fiestas where the area here the inner circle would be full of people from all around the island to celebrate religious feasts or celebrations. So we can also find here the market. So weekends are busy days where there are traffics in these areas as people would buy weekly supplies. Then there's the tourist stops. Then lastly, no, it's not lastly because there's other one. So here there is the government offices. So this is the administrative part
Okay,
of the place.
it's okay. You don't need to explain every spot, but
Yeah.
I really like to know why you put the 2 circles there.
Yeah, I placed the 2 circles because this one this serves as our concept of the city proper, where the administrative function of the islands originate primarily here. However, I also put the yellow circle, and this one embodies our discussion on urban agglomeration. Although this wasn't an urban area, this is a rural area. However, it is the extension or the expansion of the economical activity of the city proper.
Don't you think it's a better idea to only hatch the area, the built-up area? You will see the structure of the road and the city, and then you will see the built-up area. As I put it in Chiang Mai map, I haven't shown the other map of Chiang Mai.
I think that would be fine. I just tried to, try to break down the geographical.
Thank you very much. And if possible, you can have a number of population, if possible, to explain about your city. Okay.
Okay.
So now we have an idea that how to compare city, like in terms of population, density, area, and then built up area, something like that. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ajan.
And then I'm afraid we don't have enough time if we talk too much. Sorry about this. Please.
Okay, please let me share my screen first. Actually, I prepare a PowerPoint presentation, but
it's
I will talk in very, very briefly.
It's okay. PowerPoint is fine. Doesn't matter.
Okay, this is where my city is situated in the first picture in East Myanmar, and here is my city situated. It is largely in Myanmar, in this part. And
be careful when you using the map. Have you squeezed it? I think the proportion of the maps are a bit different from what I'm familiar with. So try not to change the proportion when you use the map, okay? Because I think it's quite important to see exactly how the shape or the form of the urban area just as it is, not in the shape that we change it. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. And where is my point? And here in Myanmar, my city is more down. But as I said last 2 weeks ago, we have to present about our township area. My township is also very quite small. We can say only the town, but I will just imagine like a city, and I will present like that. And here is my this is our region. We call the Bago region. In those Bago region, there are two parts: east part and west part. My city is situated in the west part. Yeah, the area and population of the area is 1.45 only the square mile, and I think about 4 square kilometer. 4 kilometer, and population is only according to the 2019 census data is 6,393, 93%. And on the left side of the map is where my city is situated in this red boundary. But you know, the Buildup area, like we can say the SM municipal or administrative area, is only in the yellow color. And more populated place it here in the cycle. There is a like market, we have a market, mosque, and one mosque and one church, and also one Chinese temple. Is a quite small, but we can say the Chinese people can go and pray there. And then actually we are that our area is around surrounding, but we are now also spanning the area to the east, because in the east side there is a in the east side there is a highway, Yangon and Manly highway. So we are about two mile distance from my city. In the middle of the city there is a railway. The railway station, and in our city is developed time.
I see. So I maybe missed that. The left is the administrative boundary, and the right is what?
This is like more people like more crowded areas, some crowded area.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. You have anything more? A lot of information. That's very good.
Is if we how we can define my city is like that. We can say under the degree of urbanization, and then we can under the intermediate density area. Because town and 50% of population live in the rural area, and then high density cluster, and more than 50% of population that's in non-agricultural setup.
Okay, thank you.
That is this is just for fun. But
it's okay. I just want one map, or actually. Thank you very much. Sorry, we don't have much time. I just want to compare cities to cities. And then the next one, Jolie, right?
Hello,
Yes.
Ajay.
Yes.
I have prepared the PowerPoint, but my computer have, you know, the battery is dead in my computer due to the electricity. So I cannot do, and I will send it to you, and maybe I can do it. Yeah.
Okay. And then Vicky Shu. Can you show us?
Sorry, I mute myself. Yeah, so so I just try to find some map that's about Hong Kong, and
If you don't have it right now, it's okay.
So I try to find some map about Hong Kong. So basically, Hong Kong is divided into 18 districts, as you can see in the map. So mainly people are living in near the Victoria Harbour. So like people are mainly living in here. And this is the most developed area since the British colonial period, because the British first colonized Hong Kong Island. Therefore, Hong Kong Island would be like the very first place that Hong Kong developed, especially near the Victoria Harbour. And later on, because Hong Kong population is increasing, the government is also trying to develop in the northern part and the western part of Hong Kong, and which you will be seeing in the map later. So basically, actually, yeah, in Hong Kong, the built-up land is only 25.1%, right? It's quite surprising, right? Around 70% in Hong Kong, around 70% of land in Hong Kong is quite undeveloped. There are like grassland, woodland, and shrubland. And so natural resources or the mountain is quite valuable resources to Hong Kong, but it's also hinder the land development of Hong Kong. So when we back to the map, as you can see, like the Kowloon Peninsula part, the Kowloon Peninsula part is the where the part where developed it, and also along the Victoria Harbour. And they also try to develop some new town, or in the past they are called satellite town for this explosive population last century, like here to Moon, here in Yuen Long, and here in Sa Tin, and so on. But however, you can see like the many of the part is still in green, which means you're in developed. And also there is a problem when we are developed satellite city, because the idea of satellite city in the first place was for population to live rather over the job for them to work. Therefore, the transportation system in Hong Kong is really good, because in every morning a lot of people is moving to here to work. Like, yeah, so you can see although under this model of developments, people just moving to here to work. And this is a recent this is the data in 2020, so we can see what we have been seeing. So a little bit more information is for the population density. So you can see, as we have said, a population is mainly here, and the government is now trying in 2000, the government is trying to develop this here, developing, or this whole area. Yeah, and they're like trying to build more public housing also in this area and also this area. So basically, they're trying to develop undeveloped land in Hong Kong, so that the build-up area, the percentage of build-up area can increase in the future. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next. I think we don't have time for everybody. Do you mind to do you mind to extend time a bit more, like 10 minutes, or you think we need to stop sharp and then we We put the presentation for the next time. What would you like? Please vote.
Can extend.
Extend the time, but just only 1 minute for each person, okay? Because I also need a few minutes. And next Thursday is a pity that we won't see each other again. So you will have reading and then small assignment as well. Okay, next. Who's next? Monyi Kao?
Yeah, sorry, Ajahn, I will send you the email. I didn't, yeah, I need to prepare some more.
Okay, Sapyo?
Hello, Ajahn. Yes, I will
Please.
make the presentation. Yes, Yemi, can you please share the screen?
Yes, okay. Just
So
try to connect it with what we have talked about the city definition and yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Yamin, for sharing the screen. I was asking my friend because I am joining it with my phone. For this presentation, I take Yangon as my city because I have been spending more than 7 to 8 years in Yangon. So this is the administrative map of Yangon. So as you can see, there are different colors in it. So the white, the different color represents the different districts of Yangon. So you can see that there are 4 districts in Yangon, and which is encompasses of more than 30 townships.
I see.
So according to this these pictures, we can see that this is a like kind of metropolitan Yangon metropolitan area.
Yeah.
So we just
it would be very interesting if you just comparing with the built-up area, you know, with the satellite image, and that's because you can just easily draw the administration line and then the built-up area line, and then we see how different, and I think that's it.
Oh yeah, I will try to make it when I send the
Okay.
picture to your mail.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but at this stage, I don't have the satellite map on this picture.
Okay.
So as you can see, the 4 different color can be regarded as the Yangon metropolitan area, and when we looked the number 30, number 31, right? 33 is like it's like the administrative the administrative area of Yangon, which is like kind of
you exceed 1 minute already.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ajay. Yeah, I will try to make it perfect in the slide.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and then I think we have Yamin, Ye, CP, ZP, and then that's it, right? And Eugene. Oh, why? I have Roland. Oh, we don't have Roland with us, right? We have only Eugene, right? Or we have 2. I'm not sure. Okay, please.
Hello again. Yeah.
You need to switch on the microphone if you stay with your friend or Do you have another device? Just use one microphone.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, the city talk about is called Bakoku, and you will see the name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah, yeah. In this whole map, here are the drop line. Here are the drop line is all about the Bakoku Township area, but the administrative boundary is cover the yellow area only. Yes, other are the rural area like village, but the urban area is the yellow space only, and also is the extent area like new town, and it includes like industries. And it includes industries. Yes. To see the population density, according to the European Commission, the town is the Bakoku, we can call it town like a sub-urban area because the population density is around 150 kilometer, 150 per kilometer square. Yes.
The number of population is quite high, which means the outer area, right? Not the orange area.
Sorry, Ajahn.
I mean, 290,000 is quite high. So the purple, the orange area has like 90,000, right?
Yes, urban area is like 19,000. Rural area is 2 times of the urban area. This is the whole population number. Yeah, 219,000 is.
But the area looks very small to me. It's quite surprised.
Yes, yeah. Yes,
as I said, I don't know the city. It would be very nice if you show with the aerial photograph or the satellite image. Yeah. Thank you very much.
I will try. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Chiang.
Thank you very much. And then, yeah. Where is he? He's here most of the time.
I'm here again. I'm here
Okay.
again. I'm about to share my screen.
Yes, thank you.
Oh. Photo. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So yeah, I prepare only very simple and basic photo for this sessions. So you see that I'm saying, I mean, there's the city that like I like to present, it is Yangon as well. So same with some of my colleagues. So Yangon, as you see, Yangon is the biggest, city in Myanmar, and also it is it has like almost 6 millions populations according to the 2014 census of conducted by UN. So yeah. So, and you see this, the green, the red area. So if you see that, if you call that, if we call Yangon region, then the whole area that I mark with the blue, sorry for the small, line. So blue line, we can call the Yangon region. So in Yangon region, we have 46 township. But in the Yangon city, but in the Yangon city, which is under the Yangon Municipal Authority, so it only has 33 townships. So we can call it, this is the built-up area. This 33 township is the built-up area. So,
you don't have a, what is it, a strong evidence to say that because there's no photograph. I really wonder that is it true? So maybe you can show it. If you said that it's exactly like that, you should have your lines and say what you have, not just one single thing and then talk about like 100 things else. let's talk it with your photograph, okay? But in this you can see that there are like green and brown colors for the surface. You should explain that instead of saying something else, I think.
The brown one, it is, I think I took the photo from my Google, from the Google Map. So yeah, I think so brown, the brown one, it is, I think it is the road. It represents road, highway road, I think. But I'll later I will come back to you with comprehensive explanations. So according to my understanding, so basic understanding, the city related to the city. So city should be the centers of, centers of industrial and commercial things.
Okay, try to show photographs or maps about the definition of the city, okay? And if you have information to add, like number of population or density, please do, and try to explain on that. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn. Sorry for the incomplete presentations.
Thank you for your participation. I think that's good. Thank you. And then we still have Sun Pugh. I think that's the only one left. ZP. Are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, my connection was unstable. Okay, I will share my screen first.
So you are in Chiang Mai?
Yeah, sure.
Great. Maybe next time we should walk along and then we put our Facebook Live for the others to follow us. Is it a good idea?
Yeah. Okay.
I try to finish in a few minutes, okay? Sorry for the delay.
I think now you can see. So again, Yangon. But I'm present is because it was my hometown, and I was born in Yangon too, and I live in Yangon in my age before I moved to Chiang Mai. So it is it is the capital city of the Yangon region, and is located in a part of Lower Myanmar. and it was known abroad as Yangon until 1989, when the government of Myanmar requested that Yangon. And it was formerly the capital city of the country through 2006. And the city has a population of over 4.34 million, although estimate varies since the country does not have an official census. So Yangon is the largest city in Myanmar and the industrial and commercial center of the country. So in this point, I can say it's a city proper, because you can see on the map that. Can you see the map?
Yes, but I wonder why you just crop this area. The city proper, as we understand, is it a smallest administration boundary?
Yeah, sure. Because you can see on the map that there is a town hall, and also the lake, and also the trade zone, and which are the historic city center. And also we can also say it is a metropolitan area too, as this area is crowded and has a high population density in that area, because people from across the country came to work.
You haven't shown the administrative boundary. Most dense area, okay, but
here.
And we wonder, just why you just cut this here. What happened like 500 meters from this cutting edge? We don't really know. So it's wonder, if you cut something without any more information. For example, if you said it's a city proper, it should have a boundary of administration of some kind. But it's I don't know.
Actually, I cut the mark like there is the downtown area that located the town hall and some the official the bearing, and also the trade zone as well. That's why I cut that area, which is a part of downtown in the Yangon city.
But as we read in the article that sometimes the built-up area extends, so we like to see how the city goes, not only like don't see the other part of the city. Okay, thank you very much. Is that all?
Yeah, sure, I got it.
So you can add information if you like to. Thank you very much indeed. I think you are the last one for the presentation, and then I like to go back to just a few minutes more. Please be patient. Students, thank you very much for your patience. I will go back to the last part, which is it's here. That's the built-up area of Chiang Mai, and this is the municipality. You see, much smaller. You see, here's a square. The square is here, and you see the extension. Oh, a lot more. It will be better if I draw the line in, but I haven't done yet. So I just want to conclude that when you talk about cities, it's concern, people, it's concern area or space, and then activities. You can use these kind of categories when you want to talk about cities. And why I said that, because different people create different space and different activities. This is in Chiang Tung, I think it's in southern Laos, but the people are the Thais. So, you know, Thai Yuan. So some of them also a Thai Lu, some of them also live in Thailand, this kind of people. So the people ethnic groups are not divided by the boundary of the city or the country. And this is actually for this class. And then for the next class, we are moving to sustainable urbanism. And I think for the definition of the city is very good in this sense that it talks a lot about the sustainable development. So I would like you to I lost the first one. I did the okay, maybe different, it's in different location. Okay, I'd like you to study the UN Sustainable Development Goals. I think you might already be quite oops, sorry. I just want to copy, not go. I just want to copy and then I put it in chat. But you can just put like UN and SDGs goal, something like that. Maybe different one. No, not that one. Copy and then put it here. Yeah, very simple. SDGUN.org goals. And you'll find that how many goals of the sustainable development. Please be familiar with the goals and see how they define the goals for us to be able to discuss about sustainable development. No, not this one. Maybe. No, sorry. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be able to, I might delete the right one. So just prepare yourself with that goal, and then you go to this reading. This reading is The City We Need. TWN something. The City We Need. I will send this file to all of you. I have it in PDF form, or I will send the link if possible. I don't have it right now. Okay, I have it in the PDF form. I will send it to you. So in this, you should choose at least one of the principles for the new urban paradigm. It looks like this one, new urban paradigm, which it follow the sustainable development goals. It has like a lot of goals. You should choose any one of it. At least I said one. You can choose like all of them to discuss to what you want to discuss, but try to choose at least one of the principle for new urban paradigm, and then one of the drivers for change. So in this book, it has two parts. Please choose one of each and then combine with your city, okay? Explain your city in this kind of views. So you have come up with another presentation, not only the definition of the city. So now you like accumulate your city, right? You accumulate the information of your city. I suggest that you make it in a good shape, because I think it will be valuable for your next work. At the end, I think you will have to analyze or write a paper about your city in terms of the, the approach that we will give you. So these are all the good information for you to start looking closely at your city. So try to work on it. Make it like your research something and you want to give it like layers and layers. Some of you who have already done a good job, I celebrate and applaud to you. But some of you who haven't done so, so please try to look at your city in terms of what we are, we have different approach, different eyes to look at your city at different level. So you should note it down and try to put that. At the end, I think you will have a very good picture of your city and you will be able to write something or discuss about it very easily. So we hope, at the end you can know how to manage and govern your city to sustainable development goal. Okay, is it clear? I will send this to you, and then actually there's an update version of this the city we need. It said the city we need now, and it's said something about the COVID-19. So if you want to, I will put the link for you too. So at least this file and then the link to the new one, and also SDG link. At least 3 things that I will put in the mail for you before next Thursday. Okay. Any question? Sorry, it lasts too long. I don't want to take too much time. Okay. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jan.
Thank you. Do you want?
Thank you so much, John.
Do
Thank
you
you, Jan.
also want the file of the information that we talked today? Okay.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
Okay.
That would be
also
very helpful for us.
Okay, great. See you again. Not next Thursday, but Thursday after next. But of course, next Thursday you have things to do. Don't leave it for 2 weeks. Okay. Thank you very much indeed. Bye bye.
Fine, thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you, Ajahn. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.